Welcome back to this video. So congratulations, you have figured out where you're starting from. You've figured out where you're going to. Now we just need to give you a plan for the in-between part. Simple. So the first thing we're going to look at is our weekly game plan. Our weekly game plan is just a breakdown of all the things that we need to accomplish in that week. You might be someone who already is quite a detailed planner, or you have a job that requires you to be very organized in where you book your time. It's probably something you don't carry forward into your social life. It's only normal, or it's things that you are not included in there that you should be prioritizing as well. The most important person in this is you. If you are not looking after yourself, then you cannot help other people. So the first thing is we need to write that map for not just our work life, but our own personal life. And once we have that map, then we can figure out where we're going to go. So what I'll do is I will go through the things on the weekly game plan that I have in there, that I really encourage you to have in there, and I will explain my reasons why. Down below there is a link to a Google Drive, which is you can just make a copy of that. It won't let you type in it as view only, so you just need to make a copy, and then you have it. You can add your week on week on week. Now my week is set up, so with first off I've got my training in there. Very important. If you start including that in your week by week, you can see how many times you want to get in. Don't be over ambitious. We'll also come to that as well. But it's very important we get it in there. It's seen as an important part of the day. The second thing is meal prep. I find it really hard to prep my meals, so I need to put it in my diary. I need to be rigid. I need to say, no, I'm making my time for this. I'm going to Tesco's, Waitrose, I'm doing my online shopping, whatever it might be, to get the bits I need to make sure that I am in the best position to meet my goals. The next part that we talk about is what I like to refer to as creating space. Now this is just simply making time for myself. If we are not okay in ourselves, then we won't be focusing on what's important. We live in a very fast-paced world. We've always got our phones connected to us, case in point, which is great, but unfortunately it means that we don't always take a time to unwind, decompress. So for me personally, what I like to do is either meditate. It's not for everyone, but I enjoy it. Go for a walk, clear the head. Obviously, if the weather's not great, I can understand that. But it also means you're getting your 10,000 steps in, and we'll come back to that. Or even just something as simple as a long shower, or a good kind of read of a book. It doesn't need to be for particularly long. It can be, anything from 5 to 10 minutes. It just means that you are clearing your head. You're not on Instagram. You're not getting caught up in like what's going on with your partner, or if you've got dogs, great. It means you can get out and do this anyway. But if not, just try and find time to do this. It's really important. You'll see a massive benefit in just your daily kind of experience, if you just create that little bit of time. The next thing we've got on, I'm going to have to check my sheet and see what I've missed out. Oh, connection, of course, very important. Now, when I say connection, I'm talking about the loved ones in our lives, friends, family members, partners. We often go through days and say, I must phone my mum, I must call my granny, I must spend time with my partner, I haven't seen my friends in ages. Put it in your diary. Every single day, make an effort to speak to a friend, call a relative, spend time with your partner or friends, any of these things. It doesn't have to be for long. It can be a 2-minute text conversation with someone that you've been meaning to catch up with a while. If you are showing love to other people, you're going to get it back. The more love we receive, the more we love ourselves. It's something that we are going so fast through life that we just miss out on these little things. And I'm just trying to encourage you to get it back in again. The last few things that we're going to cover in here is have some weekly goals. So it can be as simple as get that big pile of washing done. It can be apply for that driving license that is expired. It could be do my meal prep twice this week. It doesn't have to be big things. It doesn't have to be life changing. But ticking off things that you want to get done through that week, little by little, builds that habits, builds that routines, gets us into like good positive behavior, and that leads to change. And that's what all we want to do. Is it has to be small things over a long period of time to make the change. The next thing I want to cover is just something we call the weekly tempo. This is something that we're going to introduce to you guys a little bit later on, so don't worry too much about that, but I'll explain in a bit more detail. And the last thing is the daily revelations, which is something that I put up for you guys, my thoughts, my feelings on things I think will help you. So it can be anything from topics on nutrition to training to some stupid advert I saw on Instagram this morning about booty tea, and anyway, drives me mad, and the reasons it'll drive me mad, and the reasons why it's not beneficial. To anything like how to have fun on holiday, how not to stress out about Christmas. And the last thing would be our hot seat. Now, hot seats are for you guys. You can apply for them. There is a form that I send out every week, and you can apply to come on, and I will interview. We'll go through any issues you're having, any problems, if you're feeling you're lacking motivation, if you're struggling with nutrition, if you're struggling with the training. We go through it, we break it down bit by bit. We're here to help each other. We're here to push each other on. And for that, we just want to get the best out of it. So that's the kind of weekly game plan. We'll cover more on that as we go on. And obviously there'll be things that are going to be very different for you depending on your work life, schedule. I completely understand. These are flexible as well. We can move things around. These are just the things that I feel are really important to include in your day-to-day planning. And with that, we'll come on to day-to-day a bit further down the line. But I'll let you have a look through the Google Drive document, make a copy of it, have a look at it, and we'll come back to it later. All right?